Hello, this is Jordan, and this video is being recorded on the later part of the afternoon of Tuesday, June 30th, 2020. Thank you for joining me today. And in this video, I'm going to discuss what I think is the most important chart in precious metals right now. Here it is. It's silver against the S&P 500. Now, in recent years, if you follow my work, you'd know that I've often talked about the gold to S&P 500 ratio and even the GDX to S&P 500 ratio, because those ratios, when they would rise and break out of past certain levels, it would signal a bull market in precious metals in real terms. In other words, it signals capital moving away from the stock market and into precious metals, into gold and gold stocks. Well, here we have silver against the S&P 500. This is a daily line chart. We have the long-term moving averages there, the 200-day and 400-day. That's what I like to use when I mean long-term. And if you go back to February or so, I mean pre-COVID, silver has been somewhat correlated with the stock market, even though the ratio has kind of been all over the place. They both came down at the same time. They both rebounded at the same time. So, I mean, more or less, they've kind of been correlated. Now, we have seen gold and gold stocks really diverge from the stock market. I mean, they already broke out. So if you're just watching day by day, week to week, they're not as correlated with the stock market as you might think. If you focus on those ratios, GDX to the S&P, gold to the S&P, I probably should have included them in here, but I mean, they're already in breakout territory. Now, for precious metals, silver is on the cusp of an important breakout, GDXJ as well, maybe gold around 1800. So, we could really see some significant breakouts. Could happen immediately, or maybe it takes a month or two. I don't know. But with respect to silver, that 1875 level is really key, and silver has not broken out against the S&P 500 yet. So this is something to keep an eye on, because if and when we see this ratio break above that red line, that's going to signal outperformance in silver. It's going to signal capital moving away from the stock market into silver. It's an important signal not only for silver, but for precious metals in general. So keep an eye on this ratio. It would be a very important breakout for silver in the sector. And I think this is the next most important signal we should be watching as far as an intermarket relationship. Now, lastly, I'll just close with this. The key levels for silver are about 1875 and then around 21. This is a monthly line chart, and we can see going back to 1980, the next key level, aside from 1875, is really around 20 or 21. It's that 2016 high. I mean, I think the monthly close is around 20. And we can see, after silver crashed in 1980, its first rebound peaked around 20 or 21, and then there was a similar peak, I believe, in March 2008. This is a monthly line chart, so we're only looking at monthly closing levels. But we can see that if silver were to make a monthly close, above those three peaks, around 20 or 21, that would be hugely bullish for silver. Then it would, its next upside target would be 21. And there's even, not 21, I'm sorry, 27 or 28. There's even a measured upside target around 27 because there's just a very thin zone between 22, 23, and 27. So again, here and now, the key levels are 1875, which is probably it's going to be tested any day. And it depends on not just a daily close, but you have to get a weekly close and then a monthly close above it. And then after that, you have 20 or 21. So those are the key levels for silver. But if silver is breaking above the S&P 500, which we saw on the last chart, and that breakout is sustained, then we have to think that silver has a good chance to get to $27 an ounce, in the next 12 months or so after it makes that breakout in the previous chart. So potentially a very exciting time for silver. That's all for this video. You can follow all my work at thedailygold.com. You can opt in there. You get my book for free. Consider my premium newsletter if you already haven't. It's very affordable, and I'm looking for juniors that have three times to 5 times potential over the next 12 to 24 months. And even this weekend, I found a development company which I think has more than 5x potential. So there's still things out there to be found that you can buy into that have not run that far yet. This is setting up to, the months ahead in the next year or two, it's setting up to be potentially extremely exciting in precious metals, a real potential wealth building phase in the sector. And I don't want you to miss it. Again, go to my website at thedailygold.com. You can find all my free work there. Consider my premium newsletter. I thank you for listening and watching this video, and I look forward to publishing another video update for you guys in the weeks ahead.